Welcome to our channel Infotime.
The Sun is the main in our solar system, which is located in the Milky Way galaxy. The Sun orbits the center of Milky Way, bringing with all the planets, asteroids, comets and little objects around it. So, our solar system as a whole is moving with an average velocity of 450,000 miles per hour. But even at this speed, it takes about 230 million years for Sun to make one complete trip around the Milky Way. The Sun rotates on its axis as it revolves around the galaxy. It spins has a tilt of 7.25 with respect to the planet's orbit. Since Sun is not solid, its plasma rotate different speed in different part of the Sun. As at equator, the Sun completes one rotation in 25 Earth days. As in poles, Sun rotates once on its axis every 36 Earth days. The Sun formed about 4.6 billion years ago in a giant spinning cloud full of gases and dust called solar nebula. As the nebula collapsed under its own gravity, it spun faster and flattened into a disk. Most of the nebula's material was pulled toward the center to form our Sun, which accounts for 99.8% of our solar system's mass. Much of the remaining material formed the planet and other objects that now orbit the Sun. Like all stars, our Sun will eventually run out of energy. When Sun starts to die, the Sun will expand into a red giant star, becoming so large that it will engulf Mercury, Venus, possibly Earth as well. Scientists predict that Sun is a little less than halfway through its lifetime and will last another 5 billion years or so before it becomes a white dwarf. The Sun does not have a solid surface like Earth and other rocky planets and moons. The part of the Sun commonly called its surface is a photosphere. The word photosphere means the light sphere, which is apt because this is the larger than it emits most of the visible light. It's what we can see it from the Earth. Although we call it as a surface, the photosphere is actually the first layer of solar atmosphere. It's about 250 miles thick with a temperature reaching about 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Most of the Sun's radiation escapes outward from the photosphere into space. In Sun's atmosphere, the first layer is the photosphere, and above photosphere is the chromosphere, then a transition zone, and then corona. Not all scientists refer this transition zone as its own region because it's simply a thin layer where chromosphere rapidly heats and becomes corona. So the photosphere, chromosphere and corona are all the parts of the Sun's atmosphere. Corona is sometimes casually referred to as Sun's atmosphere, but it is actually the uppermost layer. The visible light from the top region of the Sun is usually too weak to be seen against the brighter photosphere. But during the total solar eclipse, when the moon covers the photosphere, the chromosphere looks like a fine red rim around the Sun, while the corona forms a beautiful white crown with the plasma smears narrowing outward, forming a shapes look like a flower petals. In one of the Sun's biggest mysteries, corona is much hotter than the layers immediately below it. The source of the coronal heating is the major unsolved puzzle in the study of Sun. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.